Hello everyone, welcome to your favorite channel where we'll talk about beautiful place. Today we will talk about Oaxaca. Oaxaca, founded on December 21, 1823, is one of the 32 states that are part of the Mexican Republic. At the same time, Oaxaca is divided into 570 municipalities. This state is located in the southwestern region of the country, limited with the south with the Pacific Ocean, and to the west with Guerrero. It is the fifth largest state behind Chihuahua, Sonora, Coahuila, and Durango, also being the 10th most populated. Oaxaca it's known principally for its indigenous peoples, represented by more than 16 ethnic groups. Zapotecas and Mixtecas are the most represented. These cultures have survived and maintained their customs than the rest of the national territory. Most of these groups live in the central area of the state, whose cultural reach makes it an important tourist area in Oaxaca. Other the important tourist areas are found on the coast, such as Huatulco, Zipolite, Puerto Escondido, Mazunte, and Bahia de Tembo. And for these reasons, or for these tourist areas, Oaxaca is considered one of the states with the greatest biological diversity. Don't stop seeing us. We will continue with more about this beautiful state.
Oaxaca is one of the states that has a lot to offer to Mexican and foreign tourists. Next, I will show you some tourist places of Oaxaca that I recommend you to visit in your next holiday. The first place that I recommend you to visit is the historical center of Oaxaca. There you can visit market and handicraft shops, markets to taste delicious typical dishes and a lot of mezcal, and the botanical garden. The Tule tree is the second place that I recommend you to visit. It is in Santa Maria del Tule and is the tree with the largest diameter in the world. It's considered a cultural patrimony of the humanity and it's one of the most popular touristic sites in Oaxaca. Tlacolula and Teotitlán del Valle. They are known for being towns with a lot of history, culture, and precious crafts. Mitla and Monte Albán. They are the most known and fascinating archaeological zones of Oaxaca. Benito Juárez Ecotourism Center, Sótano de San Agustín, and Hierbelagua are natural beauties highly recommended if you like to enjoy nature, long walks, or a little extreme activity. Finally, visit the beautiful beaches of Oaxaca, such as Huatulco, Cicatela, and Puerto Escondido, which are ideal for water sports and activities such as surfing, diving, sport fishing, etc. So, we're going to go on your next vacation, and don't forget to continue watching us to know more about this beautiful place.
Oaxaca is one of the richest states in terms of culture, tradition, and gastronomy because they preserving science pre-Hispanic and made news with the mixture that the Catholicism brought to Mexico. The gastronomy traditional of Oaxaca is extraordinary, deeply rooted. Exists 40 ethnic groups with their own dishes. It's an area of incomparable rate of gastronomy tourism. Oaxaca is the place of mezcal and its famous mole. It's the proof of culture identity and define their people for its variety, complexity, and reach that they present for centuries. Some of the most representable are chapulines, arroz chipil, salsa de chile serranos, salsa de hormiga chiquita, chiles rellenos de picadillo, tamales de chipil, and tlayudas. And for the dessert, buñuelos, nieve de tuna con leche quemada, and pan de yema with chocolate. And obviously, you don't forget the mezcal, the specialty of this beautiful place. One other important part of the culture of Oaxaca is typical custom because they have a lot of indigenous villas. I show you the most representative. Centella de Ejutlán de Crespo, Coyotepec Suite, Huautla de Jiménez de la Sierra Mazteca, Pinotepa Suite Park National, Malatratera de Jalitepec, Tehuana Zapoteca, Tejate Mixteco, Mestiza de Guajuapan de León. And I hope you enjoy this video and continue watching.
Thank you very much, Alo. We really appreciate all the information that you have told us. Now, I would like to introduce you to traditions of Oaxaca. One of them is the most important and the more recognized over the country. Obviously, I'm talking about the Guelaguetza. The Guelaguetza is the main festival in Oaxaca. It celebrates 2 Mondays after 16 July, and the festival starts with the 8 districts of Oaxaca joining in the Cerro del Fortín. During the celebration, we can see a high concentration of culture, folklore, traditional food Oaxaca, traditional music, and a big variety of cultural activities. But Oaxaca not only has the Guelaguetza, it has a plenty of quantity of festivals. So I would like to tell you about the second festival in Oaxaca. This festival celebrates in 24th December, and this day represents the end of the Posadas. The event starts with the people walking on a religious temple, and while they are walking, they carry candles in their hands. Besides the candles, we can see a parade in the street. It's an amazing moment. Finally, I have the pleasure to tell you two curious facts. Did you know that Oaxaca was considered the first tourist destination in Latin America? And second, Oaxaca has the biggest population of indigenous, and the most wonderful is that the majority keeps their marks. At last, go with my partner first. She will tell us what is the best routes and the best places that we can visit.
I know that these facts leave you wanting to travel to Oaxaca, so if you visit Oaxaca for 3 days, listen to my advices. The first day I recommend you to stay in a central place like the Quinta Real Oaxaca Hotel, because in 2 blocks is the temple and the former convent Santo Domingo de Guzman. Also, you can go to the Museum of Cultures of Oaxaca and to the Ethnobotanical Garden, and in the afternoon you can go to eat to the Tantungans restaurant. In this place serves Isthmian food, and in the night you can have a walk to Macedonia de Alcalá Walk. On the second day, my advice is to start your morning early by eating at the Mercado 20 de Noviembre. In this place you can find traditional Oaxacan food from tlayudas to tejate, that is a drink. Then the idea is to go to know Monte Albán. This place is 40 minutes in car from the city. When you return to Monte Albán, go to visit the Basílica de Nuestra Señora de la Soledad, and then in the night you can go to dinner to Pitonia restaurant. In this place the food is traditional but with a twist. On the third day I recommend you to hire a tour service because they have a great routes and to know a lot of places that you think you can know in 3 days. I know that you want to know more about Oaxaca, so stay with us and learn more with Andres and the social problems that they have.
Oaxaca is one of the most important destinations in Mexico, owing to the culture, to the beautiful landscapes, to the artists or gastronomy. But Oaxaca, at the same other states, has many problems like corruption, violence, discrimination. But the biggest problem in Oaxaca is poverty. Oaxaca is among the Mexican states with the highest level in poverty and the lowest level in economic performance. High poverty with a predominate in indigenous population of Oaxaca around to the 61 lives in under national line poverty and 23 live in extreme poverty. Other states that have similar situation is Guerrero and Chiapas. The accumulation of these political, economic and social problems has generated manifestation by social groups like the indigenous communities or peasant communities. Although these have developed in a peaceful way, it has a repercussion on tourists or lack of jobs. Other factors that impede the economic growth, for example, is the deficit in public services like electricity or water, or the lack of connected for the highways. Yes, this was a brief but important economic and social context, and we hope you can visit this beautiful state. With this simple action, you support the state economy, and please keep watching this channel.
If you travel to the state of Oaxaca, there are some things to consider about the weather. The state of Oaxaca is located in a tropical zone, so its climate is mostly warm and is characterized by not suffering from frost. Oaxaca usually experiences a rainy season in the summer and early fall. During winter, the nights are a bit cold. It's recommended to use a jacket. In the summer months, it rains during the afternoon and at night. The coast, along with the regions of Yautepec, Butla, parts of Uruapan and Silcoyoapan are hot and dry. There are some high altitude places like the peaks of Tehuantepec or Putla, which have a cold climate. So, if you decide to visit these places, it will be better to equip yourself with warm clothes. There are regions with strong winds, such as Chivela Mountain and the woods of Tehuantepec, so you can take your precautions. The best time to travel to Oaxaca is from January to December, where you have a warm climate or hot weather and moderate rainfall. Oaxaca's weather and climate are good for a sun vacation. Oaxaca is a place with magical landscape and unique traditions. We hope this information has been useful to you and you decide to visit this fantastic place.